Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Welcome to MECO. MECO is my new channel, YouTube channel. The full form is Media Venue for Coexistence. Before this channel, I was creating Gunasa Katwal different channel. Then after that, I have changed my channel's name. The name of my channel is Media Venue for Coexistence. So the meaning of the MECO is to capture many ideas and devotees, their lifestyle, their profession, what they do, what they work, what is their hobbies, what are their interests, and what do they like. These are, I'm collecting in New Vrindavan, West Virginia, in the United States. So we have today very distinguished guest, very notable guest, very respectable guest. He is palm reading expert, Mr. Sada Ruchi Das, very old devotee in New Vrindavan, and he has been reciting, what is the name of this place, Prabhu?
It's Mystic Valley.
Mystic Valley. He has been reciting in Mystic Valley, and he has very interest, hobbies to keep the dogs, and he has very nice inside the Jagannath and so many statue of the God, and he has so many collection of books you can see here. And this is the winter season, and here is very nice firewood, and we can get warm, and the room is very nice and very exemplary, and it's a model room for everyone. So when I came here, when I visited, and I also wanted to make the house like him, and outside is very snow everywhere. This is very interesting. So let's start our conversation with Sada Ruchi Das Prabhu. You are welcome to my channel. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. So I came back to New Vrindavan in the year 2012, mostly because I wasn't happy living in the city, and I wanted to be with the devotees, and I wanted to devote my life, the rest of my life, to doing devotional service. So when I first came back here, this place was pretty much in ruins, and I had to do a lot of cleanup work, and I had to sort things out and make it livable. And then I was able to get some service at the Palace of Gold, giving tours to all the pilgrims that would come visiting Prabhupada's palace. So that was for 3 years. And very great service. I loved every day I was up there walking around the beautiful palace. But when I'd come back to Mystic Valley, I would be wishing that I could have this place looking as beautiful as Prabhupada's palace gardens and grounds. So I've been working at it for the past 12 years, trying to make the place like a beautiful garden and palace. So there's many plans in action right now. And then after I changed my service, I wanted to be doing something that would benefit the pilgrims. So I've been studying divination for a very long time, and I never had any reason to use the divination, such as palmistry, and I studied astrology, I studied tarot, I Ching, runes, so many forms of different types of divination. But I came across this palmistry just as a little interest. Why is palmistry so popular? In fact, I feel that palmistry is more popular than astrology is.
Okay.
And not anybody can just, take up palmistry. You definitely have to study it. You have to know something about divination. And you also have to have some kind of connection with the super soul, Paramatma. So Krishna is residing in the hearts of everyone, even in the hearts of dogs and cats and other creatures. He is also in their hearts too. So if you want to communicate with anybody, you must pay respect to the Paramatma, super soul, in their heart. And then that way Krishna can relay the message that you are a friend and not an enemy. So when I'm doing palm readings for people, I try to connect with their super soul, their Paramatma expansion of Krishna, and then he communicates to me what the message should be. Everybody is different, having different karma. Everybody's path is ultimately leading to Krishna. Some are on a very slow path to get to Krishna. Some are on a very fast path, expressway, to get back to Krishna. So I'm trying to lead people to the express way, getting back to Krishna. And that is by taking up this Vedic lifestyle and practice of meditation and yoga. That is the remedy to all of our problems. Everyone's having some difficulties in life, and they want an easy solution. So what is that? How do you find the remedy to our problem? Well, you have to have faith. You have to have faith and trust that there is an answer. There is a solution to the problem. So I always recommend people that they should get more in touch with their spirituality and faith in God and take up the process of love for Krishna. So simple as that. It's not anything too difficult. But I have studied at least 3,000 hours of reading in the books of what this palmistry is about. There's Chinese palmistry, there's Gypsy palmistry, there's Western palmistry, Indian palmistry, many forms of palmistry, but Vedic palmistry is the most authorized type of
Vedic palmistry.
Vedic, yes, because there is a Shastra.
Shastra, yes.
It's called the Hastareka Shastra.
Hastareka, yes.
And that is written 5,000 years ago, explaining the science of this metaphysical practice. So it's been around a very long time. Even Narada Muni himself used Vedic palmistry to convince Lakshmi Devi that she should marry none other than Lord Narayan. That's why you have Lakshmi Narayan and not Lakshmi somebody else.
Yes.
So palmistry is very useful for helping young couples who are thinking about marriage. When somebody is planning on getting married, they consult the astrologer and the Jyotish before they go ahead and tie the knot. They like to make sure that it's going to be a compatible relationship. So in the same thing in palmistry, yes, there's compatible connections, and there's, of course, connections that don't work. So you want to avoid those, and you want to make the right decisions.
What is palmistry, or what is the palm reading? What does it mean?
Well, palmistry is a study of the hand, and everybody's hands are different. Each fingerprint is different from the other.
Okay.
Each line You have the heart line, starting over on this side, going up to the top. That's the sattvic area of the hand. And then you have the head line, which is more of the mental mode of passion side of your hand. That's the second area. And then you have the lifeline. Lifeline goes around the thumb area, and that is dealing with your activities in the material life. So
how can you say that, watching on the hands, they have a good luck or a bad luck or something like that? Is it related with the science or spirituality, or we just, assume seeing the people's hand, or what is the reason?
Well, you have to look at everything. You can't just say, well, that line tells me that you are this. No, you have to look at each different parts of the hand and each line. Some lines are very strong and showing signs of strong activity, and other lines are very fine and very narrow, showing that there's less circulation there. So it deals with our activities, it deals with our consciousness and subconsciousness. So they all show up in the hand. And doctors are now realizing this scientifically, that every organ of the body ties into the hand. And that's why you see doctors, they just clip something on your fingertip and they can tell your heartbeat, they can tell your blood pressure,
yes,
they can tell a lot about your health. Even by looking at your fingernails, what color the fingernails are can also reveal what your health situation is. So there's a lot of information that is in the hand. It's like your hard drive. You have your files stored on your computer hard drive. And the same way with the hand, it's storing up all the information about your body and your future, your present, and your past. Left hand is relating, if you're right-handed, your dominant hand is the right hand. If it's left hand, that is referring to your passive hand, which is past life and your character that you were born with. So you're capable of changing your destiny if you know what the destiny is holding. So if you know what's coming around at you in the next corner ahead of time, you can avoid the danger of the going off the road. Like when you're driving, you see road signs and you act according to those signs. Same way in the hand, it's giving you some signals, some signs to watch out for, and you can correct your chances of making a mistake ahead of time.
Is that possible?
Yeah, very possible.
So that means if something is going to happen, that can be changed.
Sure. The lines change too. The major lines take a little longer to change, but the little lines, they change very quickly.
I haven't still shown my hands to you because I'm afraid. Maybe bad prediction or good prediction is nice, but so that's why, when I met you, I knew by someone that, you were expert for palm reading, palmistry, but still I dare not to show you my hands. So how many people are there, they do not want to show their hands? Do you believe?
Thousands and thousands and millions of people don't want to know what their future is. Intelligent people that do care about their future, they're the smart people that want to know. They want to have a palm reading. And sometimes it has to be the right circumstance. Like you have some dream or you have some worry on your mind that no one else can answer the question. Well, you go see the Jyotish, the palmist, and you get the answer that way. My first experience in palmistry was when I went to Vrindavan. And I was, also starting a relationship with one Mataji. So we wanted to see an astrologer, but the astrologers didn't have time. The quickest time we could see an astrologer would be like 2 weeks in advance. So we went to a palmist who was nearby, And he seemed to have the answers and gave us some pretty good encouragement. But sometimes you don't even need a palmist to tell you that the relationship is not going to work. You can tell just by talking to the person.
Yes, yes.
So it's not always
what he loves at, what he likes at, or we can know somebody's features, characters, seeing on face.
Right.
That's true.
Right.
So one questions, when you are reading someone's palm, or palm reading, so what is your experience on this, doing this work?
Everybody is different. Everybody is having their own karma, and my experience personally is it's helping me realize more of my own views on life too. That, okay, I want to help this person understand something, and I want to help them know themselves more. Self-realization. Divination is necessary for self-realization too. Channeling that divine energy. The super soul is giving us powers to live. Paramatma is giving us insight to understand things and to question things. Without that connection with the super soul, we are just lumps of matter. It's the super soul that keeps the heart pumping so that we can breathe and live and eat and live day to day. If we don't have that connection and understanding of the super soul, we're just dead lumps of matter. So really we all need to realize this together, that we're all parts and parcels, little tiny fragments of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the super soul in your heart can reveal this to you when it's your time. Anybody can become self-realized. Even animals become self-realized by association. But by associating with other devotees, they pick up those nice.
So do you have any good experience, like when you are reading palm, someone's palm, what was their reaction, and do you remember any that good happened?
Remember a lot of good experiences. Just last summer, well, this one Mataji who's working at the restaurant, she's the manager of the restaurant now, I think, but she told me that she came to New Vrindavan at one of the festivals, and she came to me for a palm reading, and I mentioned to her that her material life was soon ending and that she should be more serious about her spiritual life. And it was soon after that that she moved to New Vrindavan and took up devotional service. And of course she had to remind me because I didn't recognize her from that, but she told me that it was the palm reading that's good experience, that encouraged her to become interested in Krishna.
Is there also some bad experience, after reading palm? Do you remember some such incidents?
Well, I don't usually remember too many of the bad experiences. The only bad experience I can remember is this, somebody having a negative attitude about it all. They were doubting the process, and because they had a bad attitude about it, they just made some rude comments, and they just that's the only bad experience I had. But as far as like anybody jumping off of a cliff or committing suicide or anything like that, no, that doesn't happen. It's more of a if you have an attitude in the mode of ignorance, you will probably end up having a bad experience from it. If you're in the mode of passion, well, it could be neutral either way. But if you're in the mode of goodness, if you have that sattvic mentality that, oh, this is something spiritual that I should try out, you have a good experience. Have a good experience from that. So 3 kinds of people. First class person is in mode of goodness. Second class person is in the mode of passion. And third class person is in the mode of ignorance. So you have the mode of ignorant people who are kind of lost in their nescience. And then you have the mode of goodness people who are very interested in their spiritual life. So those are the ones that come for a palm reading.
Okay.
And New Vrindavan, all the pilgrims that I've seen coming are all very pious, kind-hearted people, very forgiving people that come. But there are local people who are just intoxicated and they're in the mode of ignorance, and those are the ones that you don't really know what's going to happen.